Yeah,
I was like, what has been happening again? Because so much happened so fast.
Yeah, it was hard to keep track of who everyone was and who they were fighting against and why.
Yeah, there
yeah,
was a few names where I was like, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm just gonna go with it.
yeah. I kind of started doing that. Well, I would stop for a second. Go, wait, who is that? And it's like, yeah, you know what? Who cares? Let's just keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
did we start this one? 22?
Chapter 19.
We did this whole thing?
I think we
Right?
did all of part 3, right?
Yeah. That's what I
744.
did.
Okay. Okay. So I guess we are going with 19. See what I did there?
hmm Yeah, because I remember last time you were talking about how like that's probably coincidence because it's impossible to like get a chapter to end on a certain page.
There are no coincidences.
Well, there was a 19. I don't know if that was an accident or not, but it was very minute.
Well, Granddad was in two room 19s.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I have your uncle seeing it because he said something like he's in like 19. And he's like, and then he got moved and he went to 32, 19. I was like, of course he did. Or of course he went to 19. And he's like, what? I'm like, and I have to explain that to you. You know the name of the podcast, it's 19. So like ever since then, he's like texting me because he keeps seeing 19. It's like it's starting to happen. See, you're getting sucked in.
hmm
It starts when you start seeing 19 everywhere. That's how they get you.
I still
Next
see
thing,
it, and it's mostly like bad events too. Like it'll be like the body was found on July 19th, or the accident happened on February 19th.
right? The end of the world is December 19th. Actually, it wasn't December 21st of 2012. Remember that? You guys old enough for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you never know.
Pretty sure we had a party to celebrate the quote unquote end of the world.
I even
It's,
remember the other one, the Y2K end of the one.
oh, wow. You remember that one? I remember that.
I didn't know,
Oh,
like, I didn't take it seriously because I was like 9, but I remember everybody freaking out.
I mean, I didn't actually at any point believe everything was just going to crash. Like, it's a matter of because the theory was all the computers wouldn't know if it was 1900 or 2000 because it was only like binary, so it had to be 0 or 1.
Yeah, and it was all zeros, and they were like, "What's gonna happen?"
Yeah, I guess they worked it out because the world didn't explode.
I always thought that would be more of a tech breakdown, though, and not an end of the world type thing. Although I guess the tech is so entwined with the world right now that it equates to the same thing, probably.
You good luck
Yeah.
powering your house without a computer system.
Yeah.
Good luck driving your car. Every time like I'm thinking about electric cars, but I'm like that's just like more parts that can break down. That's I deal with that at work. Like, you got to replace a system board on a laptop. Like, what happens when you got to do that to your car? My God, I don't even want to know what that would cost. But it's not going anywhere. That being said, I'm still trying. I'm trying to figure out if it's cheaper to get an electric car. I haven't figured that out. I just recently discovered that all those places where they have those like charge your car, electric car stations are probably charging you, and I didn't realize that.
I
So
thought they were free. I was
yeah, so I might, if I got to pay for it, I might as well stay with gas.
What's the cost of a full tank of gas versus, an hour of charging at some station?
Yeah, and then I have to do shit to my house, I think, like to get the right kind of electricity going to charge the car when it's at my house. And then I need somewhere to put it. I mean, I have a garage, but I'm not gonna say I want to put a car in it every day. Anyway, I guess we'll get out of that rabbit hole. Move on. I was looking for electric cars, so I guess that's what happened. I'm still got them on the brain.
I gathered.
I'm not sure where we left everybody off, so I'm just gonna see what I highlighted and roll from there. It's so confusing to remember who is doing what at the end of which part.
Oh, I think it starts with Sean Russ.
Seriously. I thought we talked about Shauna. Didn't we? Oh, this is the after that part, right? After
Yeah, this
Brian.
is when he's in the hospital.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know, I'm thinking that the sheriff should have sent a deputy to go babysit the kid in the hospital and not wait himself. Thought that was a little weird.
Well, yeah, but he feels responsible, so he's not working with the clearest mind.
Well, he feels responsible, and he has a theory in his head, but it doesn't make sense. So he has to figure out what that theory is before he can explain it to someone else in a way that they would believe him.
Yeah.
What's his theory? That it's well, after he talks to Sean, his theory is it's all gone.
Well, after
I
he
guess
talks
it's
to Sean, the theory, everything connects. The
yeah.
theory
Yeah, I think
else at play here, and he didn't know what that factor was until Sean confirmed it was Needful Things.
right. Yeah, but he knew that something was wrong with the town.
Mm-hmm.
You think? Yeah.
There's a lot down.
It is so, and he said something like, "I saw Brian Rusk's face as though it was though." And I talked to him earlier that day. I'm like, "This is all the same day? Like, no way."
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
time gets a little weird sometimes.
time frame of like a week, and I was like, Jesus, that's fast.
Well, it's like, no, I mean, I guess it makes sense because at one point they talk about how like Norris Ridrick's car is still overturned, like all the like things are still there. Like nobody's had any time to deal with anything.
Yeah, the cleanup crew hasn't made it.
Well, like even
Why
the
did
cops
he?
who are trying to help are keep getting, bombarded by other murders happening and the religious fight.
Henry Tate quickly lost control of that whole shit show. And now, and it started with Catholics and Protestants fighting each other and got worse from there. That was kind of
Yeah.
a, I don't know, side shot. It was kind of fun. I was because it is a fun book. I was picturing them just going
It
at it
was
in the middle of the
definitely,
street.
yeah, the imagery of them like charging at each other like war, it was very good.
Why are you two so mad at each other? What the hell? It's the same
Yeah.
God. Sit down, have a beer, have some wine. I hear you like that.
I mean, they're certainly not the first group of people to fight over, have wars over religion, even.
He does a lot of like that kind of stuff. Religion is not usually seen in a good light, but it is seen often in his stories.
I was not expecting a visit from the White in this story. I was like, oh, okay,
I
well,
highlighted that. I was like, "Oh, really,
it's
God,
like his
the stupid
failsafe
white
whenever he
showed
doesn't
up."
know. Whenever he doesn't know how they're gonna win, it's like, well, we got the hand of the White.
And before the white showed up, I was thinking this guy's a lot like fucking Randall Flagg.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
He just kind of shows up, fucks shit up, and moves on. So we got two guys doing that now. So there has to be a multiverse at this point. Otherwise, we'd run out of places to go.
All right.
With his quick hands was like Roland.
I know.
Wait, what?
Alan.
Yeah, Alan was always like, well, one, he's
Oh,
with the sheriff, but also his quick hands were always mentioned.
right. Yeah, it was kind of gunslinger like, wasn't it? In between, this is what, 94?
Something like that, like 92 or something.
I want to say this is after Wastelands. This is before Wastelands, right around there. So he
Printing
definitely had
July
Gunslinger
90.
on.
Oh wait, he
Sorry.
says at the end, right? He was writing it between 88 and 91.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it earlier. Every time, like, he's like, yeah, I wrote this from 85 to like 92. I'm like, Jesus Christ, why did it take so long? Because he's writing like 8 books at the same time.
Right. I imagine he writes chunks and then goes back to it when he feels like compelled.
Yeah, he starts thinking about it again. He's like compelled to write and has like ADD at the same time.
It's got to be kind of a nightmare, honestly. Like he's like a prisoner to his own mind.
Yeah, doesn't Bill say something like that?
Yeah, and it's proven by the fact that he will not stop writing.
No, he's still got more. I can't believe has that guy ever had writer's block? I guess he did during not really writer's block. He gets stuck in a plot point or something, but I mean,
I feel like
who doesn't?
his version is of writer's block is just taking longer to write it.
Right? He slept in until 8 o'clock that day. Well, I did hear he used to do 8 hours a day. Now it's in his retirement. He only does 4 hours a day, but he still has a book every 6 months. So I don't know how that works.
I mean, writing 4 hours a day is still a lot.
Right? I think his books got shorter. Maybe that's how that works. You can still do the same output with less words. Okay, so we got Gaunt now around the side of the building doing deals for some reason. I guess because shit's falling apart.
Yeah, what is that to hide from like Alan?
No. And considering how easily he like fucked with Alan, like why did he just get him under his spell right away and be done with it? He could have had Alan out there shooting Ace and sitting in prison a long time ago.
I felt like it would have been easier if he had done this at the beginning before he was even suspicious of him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he had other uses for Ace, though, so maybe he didn't want to take him out of the picture too soon.
I'm talking about Alan.
Well, yeah, but the way to get to Alan was to show him that, well, kid and wife.
Right, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Ace had to stay alive for a little while.
Yeah.
Could have rogue cop going and shoot him in the face and stuff.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense why he brought Ace back now to get to Alan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so. I was going to say anybody could have done Ace's job. Alan would Alan have been that mad if it was anybody else? Could he have made that?
I don't think he would have believed. I guess Alan hasn't put anybody else in jail. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like confirmed. And then I think that maybe that's what Needful Things does. Like it confirms your suspicions, whether they're right or not. It tells you they're right. That's what it did for him because he wanted that to be the answer, kind of. think.
I mean, I don't think he was suspecting anything about another car. I think he just wanted an answer.
Why didn't she wear her seatbelt? The world will never know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. To me, that's
I
one of those
mean,
things you just like he says at the end, like just let the darkness keep that and move on with your life.
Yeah.
there's things in the dark. They move.
Oh my god. And of course it was a freaking spider in that
I was about to
ambulance.
say that. Oh, the big giant spider. Oh, stop me if you heard that before.
Tell
Yeah.
me if you think he has a fear of spiders or birds.
Spiders for sure, and I feel that in my bones, and it makes me want to yell at him like, if you're afraid of spiders, then stop writing about them.
Well, I guess it's therapy, right? It was
You
she
would
was fighting
think
that thing, and it was like the size. What did she say? The size of a cat or something? I was like, oh my
it
god,
grew
hell
to
no!
that, yeah.
And it's like mouth was in fangs were in her mouth or something. It like I don't know, like got hits. It's like poison in her or something. Ugh, gross.
Yeah, I
So
was thinking that when she started grabbing it, I'm like, you saw that like burn through your acrylic, right? Like you want that on your body.
yeah, like yeah, what could go wrong there? It'd be like was that Alien? It's got like acid blood. I'm not real sure how that works, but so they're in space and it drips through everything, so you can see how that could be a problem.
Yeah. I am glad that the pain wasn't completely debilitating because I was definitely like, oh, she's gonna be useless when she takes that off.
She
Mind
was
over matter.
actually like became the hero all of a sudden.
Yeah, I
Kinda.
wasn't
She was
exactly
like she
expecting
went
that.
for lack of a better reference, she went all Hulk Hogan there at the end.
Well, yeah, I mean it's like the fear of something is sometimes so much greater. So like I imagine that I mean, aside from the magic part of it that was playing into it, and then your adrenaline is rushing, so maybe she wasn't even feeling as much.
Yeah. Yeah. Adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
Oh
I'm
my
saying
god, I
she got some
know.
fucked up hands for a 40-year-old, whatever she is. Not that
Yeah,
old person,
it happens.
I guess. And then suddenly it didn't hurt anymore. She was like she was like doing her Rocky pose.
Man, when Alan like sat down to watch that videotape, I was like, this feels like I'm watching a scene from Sinister.
Yeah,
Like
kind of.
the old shaky like video
Uh,
cam that shouldn't have existed because who would be filming this?
yeah, or like VHS or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what did she think was in that thing the whole time? Because it was, she knew it was moving. She just chose not to think about it. Like,
She kept telling herself that she was imagining it, which to be honest, I'd do something like that.
I gave, I went to the gym this morning and the wifey was sleeping, so I gave them each a bone to occupy them. And I came back and like she was protecting hers and wouldn't let Fred anywhere near it, but she wasn't like eating it. She just didn't want Fred to go near it. Like
Oh
Tuna,
no.
you were straight out of the book. Like you can't, you gave up everything you had for this one thing, and you can't even enjoy it. That's every person in this book. That's what happens.
Has she been to Needful Things lately?
I mean, I guess maybe she's getting my brainwaves. I love how like every single one of those things is just I don't know somehow magically enchanted and just a piece of rotten shit in real life. Was it Sally's piece of wood had like wood lice crawling all over it the whole time? Like, oh.
Yeah. Some of his visuals are too good. I'm like, stop. I don't want to see that.
It didn't go maggots. He went wood lice. I don't even know what they look like, but it made me all creepy.
If you
Can't be
kill
good.
yourself, does God still get your soul? I'm assuming yes, right?
I would imagine.
I'm not sure how the rules work on this dimension
Because if
hopping demon things. I mean, you're sure what he is.
I mean, a soul is not a mortal thing, so like if you're dealing in souls, I don't think it just is for when you're alive, or that means he has to kill you.
Very
I
voodoo
think
like
if
with the souls in the bag. Like
yeah,
that.
I would imagine if your death was caused in some way by something that he sold you, so whether it be a gun that you shot someone with and they died, or if you shot yourself, or you like because she died holding it, holding the splinter.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
that
like
could
once
be
you're under his spell, he's good for somehow. Once he's
I mean,
made it,
right, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
it could be. I don't know. Yeah, it's very. He got a bag of souls that he carries around with. And he was very like a fucking 2-year-old about the whole thing. Like, give me that. That's mine. And I'm like, no, you can't have it. And
I also like how he tried to say, he's like, they won't survive without me. It's like, oh, okay, I'm sure they'll be much better off without you.
you open the bag and everybody's free. That's what happened, right? He opened the bag and everyone's like, oh, they like drifted off into the wherever verse.
I don't know if anything really happened.
What?
I can't. I said, I don't know if anything happened. I think it was mostly focused on Gaunt. I don't remember what happened to the thing.
It like popped open.
Yeah, like briefcase thing. Yeah, it reminds me of something like SpongeBob or some kind of cartoon with the faces poking out of the briefcase. Anyway, yeah. So I'm trying to get. He's on the side of the store for some reason, so only those who know, I guess, know. I guess the place is crawling with cops now, right? Where did we leave
Oh
off?
wait,
I forgot.
sorry, real quick. I was looking for that thing. Yeah, it says it burst open with a rotted pop. Oh yeah, and the trapped wailing voices escaped in a vapor, which was not seen but felt by all of them. Yeah.
So they went off into the whatever verse.
Right.
Good luck to you. I mean, hopefully that's better than where you were. I mean, was it so bad where you were? You were just kind of hanging out, but at least you were still there, right?
Does anybody wail happily though?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's the only way they can communicate. You can't talk. You have to wail. Nobody's ever, deciphered the wailing. Like that's a movie, isn't it? The wailing.
I think so, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it's about.
Right. Oh, yeah. Did you watch Until Dawn yet?
No.
That's a pretty good one. It's one of
Is it a
those. Yeah.
is it a horror movie? I think I've seen the preview for it. Yeah, it looks really good.
Is it like the video game?
What does that mean?
Horror video game called Until Dawn, where you would make like choices and it would base the actions in the game off of the choices that you make. But the actual story centered around like teens in a cabin who were fighting a Wendigo.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But they don't. I haven't finished it yet.
Mm.
But it's a time loop. They're stuck in like a house in the woods, and they got to figure out how they get murdered or they keep dying, or they get murdered and start over.
It sounds like it's based off that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that sounds like the same thing. So I didn't know that. Now I got to play that game. I thought that sounded familiar, that title. That must be why. But it was cool. I'm glad I watched it without knowing it was an actual game because that changes how you watch it.
Does it?
I mean, it shouldn't.
Oh, excuse me.
Sometimes you're like, here we go with this. They're trying this shit again. Like just because. What's the HBO one?
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah. That works both ways. I think I like that one either way. With him and the girl in the apocalypse.
Or less.
Fallout.
No, not Fallout.
Well, I mean,
Fuck. I think it's got the guy from Star Wars.
Last of
The
Us.
new, yeah,
Oh.
The Last of Us. Isn't that the guy that hangs out with Grogu in the new Star Wars Yoda ones?
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
wait, you're talking about Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't that him in The Last of Us?
I haven't seen either, but I know he's very famous right now. Popular, I should say, not famous.
He's famous for being famous.
He was Mando and in the Mandalorian, and I haven't seen Last of Us, but I know he's in it.
I started to watch it and it was like, I started playing the game and I didn't get very far, and then I started watching it and I didn't get very far. I was like, okay, fuck this. But I feel like I should try it again.
Yeah, but I was saying you've done that with other things that you ended up liking when you actually
I
paid
mean,
attention to it.
I've been playing Far Cry for the last 3 months and I gave that up the first time. So sometimes it's just, gotta turn off my ADD brain and
That's what
stick
I was
with it a
about
little
to
bit.
say.
Ooh, what's this? What's this do? What's that over there?
That's why movie theaters are good for you because you're kind of forced to pay attention.
Right? Yeah. I think I was cleaning like 8 things at once this morning. Every time I walked in a room, I found something else to do. Like I would be doing something in the kitchen and walk in the living room to looking for something and then forget totally what I was doing and then start doing something else once I got in there. Like doing 8 things at once because I keep forgetting.
Stop walking through doorways.
Right? It's the doorways that's the problem. Put everything in the same room.
When you walk in a room and you're like, I came in here for a reason, but now I don't remember what the reason was.
That's what I meant. That's the doorway effect.
Yeah.
Walk through
And
the
then
door.
you have to go back where you started to remember. There's just no way around it. And the
Yep.
second you get back to like the other room, you're like, oh, it was the butter. God damn it.
Oh my god, yeah, that happens to me all the time.
I don't know what that means. I was kind of disappointed that it went all guns. Like at the end, he just sold them all guns and they all started shooting each other. But, I mean,
For free.
okay.
I think, it's not like he doesn't typically necessarily do that. Not that he's shy of gunfights, but like I don't know. I like the added factor of the fact that they were like poisonous guns. And I
That was
like the
kind of
fact
neat.
that everybody didn't know everybody had one, so people kept surprising each other with them.
Yeah, it was like Old West draws everywhere. Ta-da!
Mhm.
Mostly
like
they all shot
Cora.
each other.
Cora and Myra was like, he told me you were coming, bitch.
I didn't. I kind of figured that was coming. It was getting a little too easy for Cora there.
I don't understand. Like, was Cora just a horrible person? How come other people like actually kind of like felt guilty, and she was like, I don't care about anyone in my life except for these sunglasses.
Yeah, or either one of her kids, for that matter.
That's what I mean. She was like, who cares about them? I have Elvis.
I mean, I can only say she was under his spell, I guess. I hope. I
But
don't.
like Norris, or is it just that like the other people were good people, like Norris, Brian, Polly? They also like kind of realized something wasn't right.
Some did and some didn't. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Were they better people? He kind of like these were already bad people. He just kind of like broadcasted their little, what's the word? He amplified their little habits that weren't necessarily that great and turned them into awful shit.
I know. I hope there's not that. Well, there probably is. I was gonna say poor Junction City, Iowa. Like they probably got just as many.
And he's not there to have a. I felt more in the middle though. Like, okay, well, he's kind of surrounded, right? Where do you go from Iowa? Wasn't it? Where is he from? Ohio, right? He's not that far from home.
Yeah, he went from Ohio to Maine to Iowa. Actually, I don't even know where Iowa is.
We don't know that he went from Ohio to Maine, dude.
Well, that's also true.
I don't. He's been doing this since the fucking Black Death and all that, for Christ's sake.
But yeah, right. And he's flying around on with a wagon and whatever. I forgot, like a
Yeah, he would make
horse-drawn wagon in the sky.
makes me think of Monty Python.
Is he one of the four horsemen?
Maybe he's all of them.
Like it at the end.
They kind of implied
Yeah.
that, didn't they? I don't know
I
which
mean,
one
he
he would be. Death? No.
I don't know
Is it-
what they are.
It's like famine, pestilence, something, and death. Famine, pestilence is the poison one. What am I forgetting? I don't remember. We don't worry about that
Yeah.
kind of shit anymore.
Me neither.
I
That
think
was
it's
more of a thing when you had less electricity.
What is the difference between? Sorry, go ahead.
the fourth horseman, I believe, is war.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's always causing problems.
I mean, he could have been war or death or pestilence for that. He's poison.
I feel like Ward needs to go to like therapy or something. Or what is that? Anger management classes.
That's a bit.
Right. There are better ways to deal with your emotions.
So, what brings you here today, Mr. Horseman?
War.
Yeah.
Right. Did anybody watch Happy Gilmore? Does anybody care?
No.
We watched it. It was good.
Yeah. Was it like good, like he used to be, or was it like new Adam Sandler?
It was Happy Gilmore still.
Wait, there's
Okay.
a Happy Gilmore? I thought you were saying the first one.
No, new one came out Friday on Netflix.
Oh, Jesus.
No idea. Michelle of all people told me about it, and we sat down and watched it. We're like, this is weird.
Happy Gilmore was never one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies to begin with.
I like this version. And this version of Shooter is kind of cool. I like the new Shooter.
Wait, what?
Shooter McGavin.
Right. Sorry, I was thinking Guns still.
I forget why I brought that up. Yeah, but he's got four sons, and
talking
they're
about-
all like little versions of him. So I like they all like yell and everything, and they get in fights all the time. So it's kind of funny. What were we talking about?
Oh, you're good. We were talking about Gaunt.
Management.
Yeah,
Right.
War. So the war reminded me of one of his kids.
Oh,
So,
we were saying that like we don't know if he went straight from. We don't know where he's been. He's been all
Well,
over the place.
he had begun business many years ago as a wandering peddler in the blind face of a distant land.
So vague.
Right. Yeah, thanks for the deets.
Where are you from? The blind face of a distant land.
Yeah, me too. Dino Sally. From the Eagle River. A peddler who usually came at the fall of darkness and was always gone the next morning, leaving bloodshed, horror, and unhappiness.
I don't think peddlers normally do that.
It's not good for business, right? This is before your like information traveled ahead of you, so nobody knew. By the time they figured it out, it was too late. Years later in Europe, as the plague raged and the dead cards rolled. I don't know where he was to begin with, but it was years before the plague.
Right. But still not
I'll
as old as
say-
Pennywise.
But he's from fucking Ohio.
Wait, yeah, that's a good point. That doesn't really track.
No, maybe this version of the dimension hopping demon thing is from Ohio.
Yeah, or maybe it's just that he lies.
No, that's not Dickers. He doesn't lie. And the dickering he's never done until he says it's done, which means it's never actually done. You just didn't know that.
Right.
For your what is it? Sandy Sandberg baseball card?
Well, isn't that Andy Samberg? Isn't it like Sandy?
Sandberg, wasn't that something like that?
Well,
Like with
maybe
an
it
M?
was. I don't remember.
It was supposed to be Sandy Koufax, but it was definitely not. It was someone else.
Right.
Who- it actually was supposed to be.
And I all started seeing them for real for what they were at the end for some reason. I guess because the jig was up and he was leaving town or left town. Or
I mean, I think like other than him using them, once they make the deal, I don't really think that they have much autonomy after that.
he wants to
Like,
start playing pranks. Like I feel like he may make them feel like they can't back out, but first of all, fuck you. Here's your card back. I'm not doing that.
right, but once he has your soul, how do you give that back? I mean,
Well,
how do you take that back is what I meant. He can give it back, but
wait, are we in the bag or is this before we get in the bag
I
or the
don't know.
briefcase?
I don't understand how it works. Does it happen when you die?
That's a good question because some people he wanted to die and some he was like, no, don't do that yet. Problem.
Why did he save Norse when all Norse did was help kill him?
No, I think he wanted Norris to die, didn't he?
No, he was about to kill himself, and he said, "Don't." I don't remember how he
It
convinced
was
him
like
not.
Norris's other voice that was like, "Hey, dude, don't do that shit," and then gone was like another voice was like, "Yeah, do it," and then he like kicked the thing out from under him, but he wasn't really there when he did it.
Maybe I misunderstood because I definitely thought that was Gaunt's other voice, and then yeah, I mean, I didn't really understand why he kicked it, but like I don't try to make sense of Gaunt's action.
Yeah, how did this thing that didn't exist exactly kick the chair over there?
Well, no, that's not what I'm questioning, but maybe you have to be right because I was like, why would he tell him not to kill himself and then try to kill him?
I didn't see that one coming.
That
I
other
mean,
was like versus subconscious being like, but you can help stop him.
Yeah, that like Polly's dream. I kind of like that. Ron, everybody was like Miss Polly Frisco.
I love how she kept, missed two names.
Mhm.
That was cracked up because he's like judging and talking down and degrading her in her own subconscious. Like I don't even know why that's an insult, but apparently it is. Like Miss Holly, but that it was an insult because it reminded her of something. Somehow I forget what it was. That made a connection to San Francisco that made her something something. I don't remember what that was. She was very worried about people finding out what happened.
Yeah,
Understand why she was so like, no, people would judge me because my son died, and I'm like, I don't think that's true.
She seems to think that she's responsible because she had to work and left him with a babysitter, which is like, I get that grief makes you go through terrible places in your mind, but I just don't understand like why that's the conclusion you've come to.
If the town, not that it matters, but if that happened and they were anything but completely sympathetic, they would be the worst people in the fucking world.
I
So,
mean,
if she was the babysitter, huh? What the fuck
the
were you
way
thinking?
the way that some of these people are makes me think that there might be a few who would say that, but it would probably be behind closed doors. Like they wouldn't say it to her face.
Right? It would be the old guy sitting on the porch of the general store with his oldest man in the town cane. Back in
I'm-
47, she killed a baby.
And really, is that worse than just like everybody? Because everybody already thinks you did something with the child.
Just let them know what actually happened.
Nobody knows. That's why it's like she's such a mystery. But she won't talk to anybody except for Nettie.
I don't think Nettie even knew.
No, I don't think Nettie knew either. But I just meant like people can't even get like
Then he
like
didn't really care.
Yeah.
Everyone else like couldn't talk to her because she wouldn't tell them. I
she
guess.
wasn't like the others, so they didn't
I
want to
mean,
talk to her anyway.
she just shows up with a cake on the first fucking day. What the hell was she thinking?
I know. I was just thinking about that. I was like, remember when you greeted this man?
Yeah. Remember when the rules of social etiquette or something didn't matter? I don't know why that matters. I guess I've never opened a shop in a New England town. It makes me think of those people because we saw all these people in
I
real life
know.
and
I
they do
know.
exist
They are
doing over there.
extremely
And
nosy.
I was like, oh my God, you're so cute. You really do exist.
And don't talk about our friend that way.
Yeah. Hey, right. Stop being all judgy and racist. No, that's not the right word. Judgy and prejudiced, I guess the word is.
Yeah.
It's still cute. The dead. Yeah. Okay. So I forgot where I was. We're like way off track. Basically, Sean's the key. He finds that out. So Needful Things was empty the whole time. There wasn't even like a counter in there. It's just like
Yeah,
a
that doesn't surprise me.
everything in there had layers of dust. Like there had never been anything in there. Like okay, but there was people walking around in there at a minimum, right?
Yeah, it does seem kind of funny to like, because the people were definitely in the shop. So then he used magic to make it look like nobody had even been in there.
Right. So they got magic dust over real dust. I'm not sure what's going on.
Right.
Like Ace's videotape that was covered in years of dust.
I don't know.
When did you make that? What Earth were you in? Was it Earth Prime?
I was kind of enjoying Ace and Buster's new friendship too. Ace and Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Why dad? I forget. He reminded him of someone.
Zippy, I can't remember who Zippy
Oh, it was
is.
a comic book character.
Okay.
That was kind of funny because I know what he looks like. He's like kind of bald.
Buster was like, "That's fine as long as you're not making fun of me." It's like, all right, we know you're sensitive about your name.
right? Just don't call me Buster. Zippy's dad or whatever. Yeah, that was that could have went places because they were, I think, both equally insane. I don't know if Ace is insane, but he's just crazy, but not.
Well, I would say the other way around. Buster's actually crazy. Well, not that it doesn't shouldn't use that word. Buster is
Yeah, I would
actually
say.
mentally disabled.
Wait, we can't say that anymore. Damn it.
I mean, I
I would
wouldn't
say
say crazy.
I would say Buster's actually insane, where Ace is just kind of crazy.
Ace is just
A-
drunk.
Is
Like
what?
Buster snaps, and Ace is just liable to do anything at any time. He doesn't. Nothing has to happen to Ace.
He's this Joker brain.
Yeah, although he is, kind of mad about the missing the note that he got. I guess I would be
Yeah,
mad too.
the
I
money.
took your money. Fuck you. Go away.
It's just so, and it's so well written because from the side of the reader, I'm like, oh my god, none of this is actually happening. I just want to be like, stop it, calm down.
I know. Yeah, especially and then yeah, when they're like starting to approach each other, it's like, oh my god, all you people stop. What are you doing? Stop. Look at yourselves. Not one. No one in like either congregation was like, hey, maybe this isn't what religion's about.
To be honest, the religion part, like the religious groups getting that worked up, is like the least surprising to me.
Yeah.
Like you can't mess with people in their god or they'll kill you.
Religion and politics, yeah. I learned that at work sometimes. People say stuff and I just don't answer because it doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
I just keep on moving, pretend like I didn't hear it. Like take my headphone out that wasn't turned on and be like, what?
I always feel like the people that have, I mean, this is sarcasm, I should say. The people that have the best views are the ones that are always pushing them in your face.
Yeah. I know how you feel because you're always telling me.
Yeah. It definitely is like, all right. It's also, I mean, I get that the stink bombs were dangerous because like people were choking and then trampling each other and pushing each other to the ground. But like,
That seemed overblown too.
right. I was like, is a stink bomb gonna kill you? Like, can't you just, I don't think, I don't know.
Well,
But I don't think you're gonna choke to death.
Right. Like it'll smell bad, but can't you still breathe?
I mean, that's what like law enforcement uses. Right?
I have no idea. Never had it happen to me.
I mean, that's a real thing, like a stink bomb, right? He didn't just like make that up.
Well, no, I know stink bombs are a thing, but I don't know, like I don't know.
I
You're talking
always
about like,
think it's like a prank though. Like, oh, someone's lit off a stink bomb in the school cafeteria.
yeah,
Yeah.
Not like a smoke grenade or something.
yeah, not a weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard it being a completely debilitating, more of an ew situation than a can't function, choking and vomiting. I guess if there's enough of them, you start puking. I don't know. I've never been around a stink bomb. I'm not sure how that works. I've seen some stink bugs, but they don't really bother me or stink like I always hear they're supposed to when I kill them.
No, I live with them. They do not smell.
Yeah, so what the hell? It's just like a bald guy named Crowley. Why are they called stink bugs?
So yeah,
So
that definitely
yeah,
seemed overblown. But again, I think it's like you said, all you the match, the fire is set, the kindling is there. All you gotta do is light the flame.
yeah, but did he put the kindling there or did he light the flame? I think the kindling was already there.
I think the base of the fire was built, and he put the kindling and
The
lit the flame.
fireplace was there.
The
Yeah, he
the
filled it
big
in.
logs were there.
Along comes a door flame. Gas. We have, and I bought them because I had to, like 3 years ago, KFC fireplace logs. So when you burn them, they smell like fried chicken. I have a fireplace though, so I never actually burned one.
You should do it in the neighborhood, and people will think you're having a barbecue.
Right? Just put it on the grill, close the lid, pretend I'm like cooking something.
Yeah, what are you cooking?
Get some like chicken nuggets on the side.
I think it's a funny idea, but I feel like it would just make me hungry. Maybe that's why. So it makes you go buy KFC.
That's what I was thinking, because you can only smell fried chicken for so long before you're like, I gotta have some of it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't decide if it would be a good thing or torture. But yeah, so I got Cora here, also known as the worst mother in the history of the world.
Yep. Not sad about her death.
Uh that was kind of wait, how do you say this? Are they both overweight? Because I got that image when they were.
Yeah, I think we said that they are because they like hang out and eat and gossip together.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Picture like her on the bed and her in the bed and robes hanging off, guns and flab flying.
Right. Her walking down the street with just the top button.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, and how many cops are in this town? And not one person thought maybe to.
I don't
Nobody
think
saw that.
this was like there's a certain point where people were not paying attention to like things happening on the street. There's so much
So much shit was blowing up for any other. Who cares about the
yeah.
naked lady?
Yeah, and I understand why there's no Castle Rock anymore. I was like, good lord, like everything is just being exploded.
It was a lot of dynamite. The Buster snapped. He was like, "Let's." I mean, did he know that when he ordered it? That's why. Because
For
that's one of
sure.
those Deus Ex Machina situations that got
Well, like,
backfilled.
what, you just order extra dynamite in case you need it? What do you mean? Like, of course, I mean, I don't think he knew necessarily at the time what was going to happen, but he knew he was in trouble and hurt
Well,
and
I mean,
not.
he was like, "Oh, let him know it's there." He was trying to be. He had just won the money to track, and he was trying to be the new Buster. Maybe he was just in a good mood and was approving everything. He said, "Hey, here, get some extra." Let them tell you I don't approve nothing. What did I think of that? It's one of those fortuitous things, I guess you'd say. But the town definitely. I mean, the bridge blew. There was one point where it was like it didn't even interrupt their conversations. The shit was blowing up around them because it was like, "Oh, that again."
No, he does such a good job of painting the picture because I'm like, I can see it all happening like that. It's like Alan's locked in, explosion behind them, like they're fighting, explosion.
Yeah, I could see Alan like in the street with like Polly at the window of the car, and then Ace coming up behind her. Like, oh, I forgot about that guy.
And
Uh,
Norris from far, like not that far away, trying to take his shot.
Redemption Norris. That's all Norris cared about was because he was like, "It's all my fault." Like, well, it's all everybody's fault actually.
Right.
You're only. I don't think you remember what he did. What did Frank did Norris play?
He slashed Hugh's tires, which he thinks set.
And
I mean, I guess
then
it
Hugh
did set
went.
Hugh off, but
I definitely did.
yeah.
But you're not the only one that
And then
was.
Harry Beaufort would have survived if it weren't for the poison gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I wonder if they're able to identify that poison.
Right. What happened at the
That
lab?
probably some toad ash substance, essence of toad ash.
It's the guns they have in the blind face of a faraway land.
Yeah, there's also that. It was like Discordia guns. Yeah, so they were in the end, everybody just shooting each other. I feel like he kind of, although this is a pretty good ending for all. He had so much shit going on. I was like, okay, like everyone's all set up and fighting. Now what do I do?
Yeah, I think he did a pretty good job on this ending, which is hard for him sometimes.
Yeah, there was so much going on, in so many places, and he's like, fuck it, let's just kill him.
The only thing again that I was like, all right, of course, was like, because I feel like I believed Alan could have done it, kind of like in the way that they killed Pennywise, where it's like, well, not that way, but at first, where they're like, you just have to not believe, and that will be your power. So I was like, oh, Alan's gonna just do it because he believes that it will work, or you know what I mean. And then it was like, oh, here's the power of the white. I'm like, okay.
That I was like, oh come on, get out of here, what? I felt like kicking it like back out the front door. It came in, like get out, not today. Close the door.
He's got this.
We don't need you. You don't do anything anyway. You just kind of float around and like make people stare at you. Maybe shoot out a ray or two here if you need to.
They're gonna need him. Oh wait, that happened already? Never mind. The Stand.
Right, that's what something.
Yeah.
And in the remake, it's like shooting out electricity beams,
Yeah.
flags people, killing them. Like, oh God, stop, make it stop. I remember that's not. No, they all got blown up in the explosion of the book. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was no white vengeance.
Well, it was like the white hand that blew up the whatever the
Oh yeah,
nuclear.
didn't the show like take that extremely literally, and there was actually a white hand or something stupid?
I don't really remember how it ended in the show, like or what they did, but
I think Larry
yeah.
likes to. I never really likes to.
I want a better movie of Needful Things.
We started watching that, right? That was happening.
Yeah, but I was reading stuff about Needful Things on Reddit, and people were saying that like the movie is not really like the book.
It seemed like it was pretty close up to that point that we watched it.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, but I only watched up to like a little bit.
A lot of movie people like change the like endings and the second half stuff like that. Usually the
Yeah,
endings because they're like, dude, you suck at this. We're gonna change it to this. Check this out. We're gonna turn everybody in the house into walking zombies and see how that goes.
I
That
do
sounds
think
like
it's hard to translate though because so much of the tension is like in what people are thinking. So unless you have constant voiceovers, it is hard to do that on a screen.
that's always I think been a problem with his books into movies because so much of the terror is inside.
Right.
It's hard to see or project that or describe that when there's either a narrator or, add additional characters so they can have a conversation, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's why I think in 11/22/63 on Hulu, they gave Jake a guy to hang out with the whole time so he can talk to him about what's going on. At first you're like, who's this guy? What the fuck? He's not even in the book. Hey, get him out of here. But then you're like, oh, well, I guess that's actually useful. And then, of course, the fake guy that doesn't exist starts falling in love with Oswald's Marina. Wait, that was her name, right? That was a long time ago.
Was it
Marine, like a Marine,
I don't remember.
something like that. Anyway, he starts falling in love with Oswald's wife. What could go wrong there?
I don't remember that from the Hulu series, but it's been a while.
I don't know that we ever watched it all.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's not bad. In the end, yeah, in the end, it's just like the other end.
Yeah.
All for nothing. Anyway, I keep forgetting where I think the last thing I highlighted. Who did Eddie Warburton shoot? What exactly? These like minor characters now. Like I don't care about these people.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that he had to keep pointing out that Eddie was black, and I'm like, oh, so there's only one black guy in town?
First, I was like, I didn't know that. And the second, I was like, okay, I don't care. Like, why do you
Right.
need to tell me that? So that just made everyone else in the book white when you did that part.
Right.
Yeah, well, he's dead, right? So it doesn't matter. Eddie and Sonny. Right. Who is the guy? Oh, Jewett. See, I can't keep all these people together.
Yeah, I kept forgetting that Jewett was the kitty.
The Coke guy.
Was
Right?
it? Or no, George. Which one was the one that had the magazines of the the inappropriate
That
age?
was Jewett. Jewett
Yeah.
had the magazines, and George, what's his face? I can't remember his name.
Nelson.
Right, he was hiding behind George's couch.
Right.
And almost choked to death. That would have been funny if he did.
Yeah, and Jewett killed George's parakeet. Yeah.
Yeah, Henry got quickly overwhelmed. He's like trying to have a conversation and shit's blowing up behind him. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back.
I love the idea of that one cop seeing the angry mob and being like, "Hey, where are you guys going?"
Like,
Hey,
right?
stop.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have no idea what the folding flower trick is, but I'm kind of glad that it doesn't work anymore because I got tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, I thought it was a little corny that he was like, "I'm using fake magic that's real magic," but it's not like he's done it before. So
Thinking that was his little like, was he always that good at it, or did he get some white enhancement going on here?
I mean, I think he was always that good at it because that's his thing.
Yeah, to a point.
I just thought it was corny, but he's not really ever done that before that I can think of. So I was like, whatever, you get a pass.
Yeah, he did very gunslinger like. Now that I'm thinking about that, spent a lot of time talking about how fast his hands.
At one point, I don't know why he did this. I feel like he tries to use words so he doesn't use the same word over and over again. And I'm like, we still know what you mean. Instead of gunslinger, he said Western quick draw artist.
Wow, I didn't even catch that. What the fuck did he say that for?
I wrote down the page number.
Ace has the flashback to Stand By Me. Stop, you ever heard that before?
Oh, I know. It really only made me remember how awful he is. I was like, yeah, you deserve to die.
Nobody ever accused the bad guy of every Castle Rock book of being a good person. Yeah, I do. I just remember that. And it makes me actually it's like a Family Guy because they have the standoff where he's like, I'm just gonna kill you or something. And you're like, everybody walk away. And then your family goes like, well, what about when you go to school tomorrow? What are you gonna do then?
Yeah. He's like,
Like,
gee, that
that's the problem.
seems like a big plot hole I forgot about, huh?
Yeah, that is a problem because you can't, what are you going to do? Carry a gun on you? I mean, it was the 50s. It was a different time. They probably all did that.
Was
I
that
know they at least all had switchblades.
He mentions that they did find, I think it was Gord. Gordy's the main character, right? Yeah. That they found him later. But is that in the book? I don't remember that.
I do not think it is. I think that's some kind of Easter egg. It may be in a different book, but
Yeah.
they had caught one of the. Maybe at the end when he's like wrapping up, he might say something like that, but I can't say I remember that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was just some shit he made up on the spur of the moment.
Right. He's never, his stories are never over in his mind. There's always more to add.
Well, he has to keep it all. Oh, he doesn't keep it all straight. He hires people to do that for him. Because he writes so much and he has so many damn characters. Like, he's always going back to one. Like, what makes you think of one day and this one another day?
And that's how he can't keep everything straight, and that's how he ends up with the man of 15 names, Walter or whatever you want to call him.
That guy, right? Name and fuck everybody else. I'm gonna call him Walter, and everywhere else where it says Martin or Flag, it's gonna say Walter then.
Right.
And I think I forgot someone, right? Maybe Marilyn might be the same person.
At this point, they're all just becoming one.
Oh, and that makes, I mean, this guy could be Flag, right?
I definitely felt Flag vibes from the beginning. I'm they're different very slightly. Like I don't think it's Flag.
Okay, the very Flag, like maybe it's like,
Yeah, I mean
uh,
it's obviously it's hard to say, but from the when we first met him, I thought it was Flag.
I like how Buster's sitting there and he's like, well, Gaunt said he would send me who I needed, but Ace, he's a criminal.
Yeah, right. The guy who stole from his town.
And then just murdered his wife.
Right, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, spoke to the from the town. He literally just came from murdering his fucking wife. And he's like, Ace is a criminal. Why did he send? Like, you might need to do some self-assessing there, Buster. But yeah, that's just a kind of a budding partnership that could have went places. I feel like it would have been more like a Bonnie and Clyde situation though, because it couldn't have lasted long. I was gonna
Well,
flame out quick.
it reminded me of Floyd. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Floyd, is that what he said?
Yeah, or Lloyd
Lloyd. Lloyd was wait, who the hell was Lloyd? I don't remember.
from the
Anyway,
stand.
up from the stand.
Ray?
Lloyd and Poke got poker eyes.
Yeah.
What reminded you of that again?
Their friendship, except for I like Aces and Busters more because it's like they seem more even.
They both seem just as unstable as each other.
And they like respect each other for some reason.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I mean, Buster was kind of prominent in the town, right? I guess. Although why you can't
I
park
don't.
in a normal spot seems real douchey to me. It's kind of what sense he's just being a dick to be a dick. That's kind of what's like I said, Gaunt just took what was already there and made it a little magnified it.
Yeah.
He never once like they all assumed they knew who it was for whatever reason. It's kind of genius. He just played on their fears and assumptions and what they just thought they already knew.
Yeah. It also helped that a lot of them had notes, so even if they weren't signed, there's always a message.
Yeah, that in case you were wondering. I love what does he say, the now infamous "listen up, you mackerel snapper" note. I just love the way that sounds. I don't even know why that's an insult. I hope someone rides as a lying idol worshiper out on a rail. Why are Catholics idol worshippers?
I don't know. Is that a joke? No, I'm kidding.
I
Like
mean,
it sounds like a setup for a punchline.
there's like the commandments, but don't the Christians do the commandments too?
Well, it's
Or the
not
Protestants?
Baptist.
Baptists, right? I forgot.
We're talking about
Certain.
Mary. Do Baptists not worship?
I don't know, the cross. Like, what idol are we talking about here?
Who
There's a
knows?
commandment that says don't fuck with other idols. They're very touchy about it, apparently. Like the God guy must be a thing, but I don't know. I thought I knew mostly the difference between the two, but
I
like
don't know
maybe
any of the difference. I just know that Catholics have like the most. Well, that's not actually not even true. Never mind.
they have the most rules and the least amount of fun.
I
Sit,
mean,
stand, kneel, act sad. Sit, stand, kneel.
act sad.
Yeah, it's always so like there's never like a happy tone in a Catholic church.
You don't have to be sad.
Yeah, but you can act, and it would help things along.
I was always just bored.
That too. I was tired of fucking getting up and sitting down all the time. Like, what the hell? Pick something already,
I was like, why do we have to hear the same story every week? I got it by now.
right? Why is this guy sticking his basket in my face again?
Right.
Wait, you can do that? Like, hold on, I need to go get a basket.
Yeah, and then they were like, now you put in $1. I'm like, can I keep the $1?
How about 10-cent finder sheets? Yeah, they're never having fun. At least the Baptists are up there like singing and dancing in all the TV shows. I've never been to an actual Baptist. I'm trying to read what I wrote and talk, and it's not working. The stink is starting to come out of the grills, and it does all seem a little overblown. The stink.
It
I
just they
guess
were acting like it was on fire.
yeah, it's just you might not ever wear them clothes again, but go get a shower. I think like a skunk. You might not be all right for a couple of days, but you'll be all right. You're not gonna die. But apparently that's wrong, right? Didn't somebody die? A couple
Well,
people
people
died?
died because like one girl, she got pushed and her neck broke because she fell, and then another person was pinned by a pew that had been turned over.
I was like totally picturing that whole stampede while he's so fucking good at just I don't know, it's because I read a lot of Stephen King, but I can visualize it all the time when he does scenes like that.
Oh, I know. I feel like I'm watching a movie when I read his books.
Yeah, like I can see her like falling and breaking her neck and twisting it at a weird angle, and there's like people stomping on her and running by.
And then Nan breaking the window and throwing them out of it. Or I think he broke the window when she threw him out of
Yeah, the window was
it.
not broke till she threw him through it, which
Yeah.
seems kind of risky. I've seen, car accidents where that doesn't end well.
And then
Glass
like
is
I
really
could
sharp when it breaks.
like I'm
Yeah,
seeing, and then it like zooms to like pan out, and you see him seeing the crowbar is why the door won't open, so he runs over and pulls that away. Like it really does just feel like I'm watching it.
yeah, I love the pan outs. Yeah, the whole maybe he needed something, but that wasn't too overblown to fuck everybody up at the same time.
Well, he wanted to distract the cops too.
Oh, that worked.
Yeah.
Could he just throw the stink bombs at the cops? They
Apparently,
stank.
since it's lethal.
They stank, they wept, they coughed, they vomited, and they were mad as hell. So each one, it's kind of funny. Each one thinks that the other one threw a stink bomb in there, and then they're like, "Oh my God, the ladies are screaming! Oh no, now it's on!"
Well, it's also because each time, so when it was thrown for the Baptists and thrown for the Catholics, somebody yelled from outside and told them why.
Right now, it's getting a little too obvious. Take that, you mackerel snapping! No, no, call them. Of course, it was the Baptists. Who else would do something like that?
Yeah.
Who else would care? What's the daughter of Isabella anyway? I don't know. I wasn't sure what that meant.
I don't know. Something
Something
small town.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Sounds like Italian and Catholic. Oh yeah, I forgot. They're chanting, what is it, we shall overcome or something, walking down the street. But I just I ran the Catholics were doing, I ran all the way home. I don't know that one. I forgot what the Baptists were doing. It was like a known one.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember him saying that they're singing a hymn, and he's like, "It's not illegal to sing a hymn and walk."
I could just picture like the two sides. Like now they're chanting and singing. I don't know if they had signs or not, but in my head they were carrying signs. John
I
three
was
sixteen.
I was picturing a little bit like West Side Story.
Yeah, and then Cora missed two shots point blank. I mean, Myra missed two shots point blank. Oh, I forgot Cora didn't like die right away. She dribbled on the carpet for a little while first.
Yeah, because she was like, "I need to get back to the king."
Even why was she? Yeah, she's just a bad person. Why was she? Why was she still under the spell of this thing when everyone else was? When he clearly wasn't enchanting the objects anymore. I guess he had other things to worry about. Most people were seeing it for what it was, and she was like, "Wait, what?"
I don't know. I always just kind of pictured that one actually was a picture of Elvis, just because they're not hard to come by. It just may have been like maybe not Elvis, but an Elvis impersonator.
Las Vegas Elvis. Yeah, I mean, probably. I imagine it wasn't in the greatest condition. Like Norris's fishing rod that somebody, even he's about to hang himself, he's like gets mad because he thinks somebody stole it. Like, hey, whatever you need to live, but and then he's like, well, wait a minute, no, I put that there, and nobody's been in here in the last 45 seconds. That's what it looks like the whole time. Like, I guess that's the ironic part, right? They got these amazing items, and basically they sold their souls for, and not one of them is what they thought it was. Doesn't that make it kind of like null and void the whole sale? I gotta say.
That's what Polly said. She's like, "You're a fraud," and he's like, "No, people just saw what they wanted to see." And I'm like, "Cause you made them see that."
Right. People don't have that power. Not that I'm aware of. It would be kind of dangerous if he did. That's like Shallow Hal, where he sees people for what they really are the whole time.
I don't think I've seen it.
What's her name? I think it's maybe Gwyneth Paltrow. I might got the name wrong. In a fat suit, because
Oh yeah.
she's like overweight, but he sees her as the little skinny thing because he sees the inner beauty of people.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Pretty kind of problematic movie.
right? It's kind of fun. It's Jack Black. I like Jack Black. It is problematic.
Yeah.
I don't know what the right way to do that is. CGI, I guess.
I don't think you should do that.
Well, if you had a character like that where you needed to see both versions.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, there I go again. Forgot my point. Did you
What were we talking
see?
about?
You guys know who Astronomer is, right?
Wait, the CEO?
Right.
Yeah, I
The-
saw that video. If that's what you're talking about.
Well, it's kind of what I'm talking about. Chris Martin from Coldplay's X is Gwyneth Paltrow. Astronomer just hired her for some new marketing PR campaign they're gonna do. I don't know.
For this or after
No.
the?
No, after they just hired
Oh,
her.
okay.
I'm
That's
gonna say
funny.
because of this.
Right.
So I don't know what the marketing campaign is going to be, but I imagine it's going to be funny as hell, right?
That is pretty funny.
They got Coldplay's X, so there's got to be some kind of play on I don't know. Did he get caught? I have no idea.
Damn, that is.
To sue Coldplay now.
He
Yeah.
wait, say that again.
The CEO, I think, is trying to sue Coldplay.
For what?
Yeah. Right? For you cheating
Like
on
he
your
didn't.
wife?
He
It
wasn't
was
even the one that was recording the video. That was a TikToker.
yeah, who recognized him? Well, I guess because he called him out, somebody was like, hey.
But like the person who filmed that video would never have it would never have been viral if they hadn't reacted that way because it would have just been another clip of the love cam at a Coldplay concert. Who cares about that?
Right. If they hadn't jumped, like they didn't know each other when as soon as they saw they were on camera.
Yeah,
I mean,
like nobody would have ever found out.
if you're having an illicit affair, maybe you should be a little more fucking less public.
Right, you think? Or like when you know that there's a love cam going around and you're acting like a very typical lovey-dovey couple.
I mean, I've been to a bunch of Phillies games and I've never been on the cam. Maybe they weren't
The whole
expecting it
thing
to be
is
a
just
thing.
like it's
Yeah.
just like so funny. Like, dude, wow, good
The
job.
astronomer got Chris Martin, got Gwyneth Paltrow to do their new ad campaign. I'm kind of
That
excited for.
is hilarious. That's how
Yeah.
I mean nobody I don't know anything about astronomer.
I feel like they're
I
making
feel
fun of
like their
themselves
reputation.
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I don't know if their reputation was even affected, but if it was, this will help them come back.
Yeah, they're making fun of themselves clearly, and I love it. They're like, hey, well, we're more than just guys who cheat on their wives. With the fucking head of HR, like they were like, what is she gonna
Yeah,
do? Call herself into her own office on Monday morning?
right.
Do as I say, not as I do. The whole Jack Black thing, Gwyneth Paltrow thing, reminded me of that. I heard that this morning. I was laughing. Like I don't know a
No, that
thing
is
about them or what
definitely
they do. I know they're a tech company, but other than that, I have no idea. But I'm all in. I love it.
yeah, that's my favorite update of the story for sure.
Yeah, you're right though. If they would have freaked the fuck out, it would have just moved on and nobody would have ever known.
Yep, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, like the people who got exposed.
Ashley Madison.
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel bad. It's stupid.
Right,
Why
if you're
did you
gonna
have to
cheat,
go?
do it in secret.
Yeah, maybe not to go to a cheating website. I mean, it's just, can you get more obvious? Jesus Christ. Maybe go to the one that's called like WeDon'tCheat.com.
We're all here looking for friends.
Yeah, right. We just want to hang out. We all want massages. Escorts, is that what they call it? I want someone to hang out with. I forgot why that's all. But I was trying to get to all of them in the street and haven't made it there yet. Polly's
All of
getting
who
yelled
in the
at.
street?
Ace and Nars and
Yeah.
there's two names, Trisha Chalmers. Oh my God, that's not my name. How come he fucks up like it's like a requirement, right? Everything he does has to have one flaw that you can figure out if you look hard enough.
I mean, I kind of buy it, although it's more of like what a psychopath would probably do, because it's like their hubris gets so in the way that they can make a mistake. They're not infallible, but I don't know if a demon would be that way.
Like he's been doing it so long and he didn't really try that hard. Like, yeah, you know how this goes. By the time they figure it out, it won't matter. So who gives a fuck?
Right.
Okay, so Polly, I gotta say, the whole Polly fighting the spider was kind of I hated, but it was my favorite at the same time. And he definitely has a thing about spiders. I think growing up, he was very traumatized by spiders
That's fair.
and
Yeah.
bullies. Maybe the bullies in school all had spiders, something like that. But it was kind of a fun scene when she had the fucking end of a plunger swinging it at a spider the size of a cat. I'm like, that is not gonna work.
Yeah.
That thing is gonna like grab that out of your hand. I think that's what it did.
Yeah.
It is what she killed her with eventually. Didn't she plunge it through the spider?
They're like spongy. They're not like hard. You're not gonna.
Oh, well, the
I mean,
other
I
end of
guess
it.
if you try hard enough,
Like the
like a
wooden
plunger
end.
has give on purpose. Turn it around. I think. Oh, that's what she did, right? Did she like turned it around and stabbed it with the stick or
Yeah.
something?
I
Sorry, poor.
was thinking, I was like, the plunger is a bad weapon. Like, what are you gonna do? Trap it inside forever? Like,
And you better
before
hurry
it
up
started
because that
growing?
motherfucker is growing if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have stayed under there even if you had done that. A lot of Cujo call outs. The old Came Place again. I like how she. So was the pain ever really gone? It was just there the whole time. I don't know how to even word that.
What?
Who?
Polly, the
Oh,
pain's coming back because she's no longer wearing the thing around her neck. I don't know. That would suck. I mean, I was trying to say like it was there the whole time, but if you, I don't know, but obviously it was, but she just didn't feel it. But that's the same difference, so never mind.
Yeah. What I do think is interesting is that I guess they're saying the spider was eating her soul, I guess, or something at the same time.
Yeah, that was
And that's why it was able to grow so big.
that was weird.
so. Was that her soul she was killing, or did she get it back when she killed the spider? Oh, it ended up being not that big, so I guess so did it shrink, or was it never bigger than a fingernail?
Yeah, I mean, my assumption is that it shrunk because she got it back, but I'm like, so how did it was accruing your soul the whole time, but it still had like why wasn't it just big when it came out?
Yeah, how did it still fit in
Why
there
did
if
it
it
have to
was?
grow?
Well, maybe it's like a goldfish. It's all depends on the surroundings. Yeah, because it clearly would have busted out of that Azka a long time ago. Maybe it's one of the magic like things where inside is way bigger than the outside.
Yeah.
Zippy's
There's
dad, Mr. Toad and the Wind in the Willows. I know who that looks like. I like how we stopped calling him Danforth like 400 pages ago. We don't even bother with that anymore. And then he's just busted a new frantic light. Yeah, so they go blow up the town. I don't think there's any Castle Rock after this. So if you're Alan, would you have do you watch the video?
I mean, it depends. I don't know. My gut is to say absolutely not, and I was hoping he wouldn't even watch it, but I haven't lost a wife and child.
Yeah, I feel like that draw is just way too strong. Like, if you can know, I feel like you would want to know.
It's kind of in a loose way reminds me of Pet Cemetery. It's like, why not find out? It could be better next time.
Waited too long. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I don't know. So I guess the question is, did he fall under that spell because he watched it, or is that just,
Yeah, that was my assumption for
is,
sure.
am I able to watch that and not take that as the, absolute truth?
I mean,
Because then I can't watch it. If I watch that and whatever's on that video is going to be what I think happened, then you just can't. But I don't know that I would have that power. I like to think I would.
as I say, I don't think you have a choice. Like you're
Well,
under
you
a
don't know
spell now.
beforehand either, right? Be like, hold on, I'll watch this, but we got some rules. So first of all,
I have to sign a prenup first.
right, we both know you haven't left town yet, so I know you can hear me, and I think you're standing right over there, and I just can't fucking see you. And if I like stick my hand out real quick, I might actually touch you.
It also reminds me of like a scene from, or it's like Jigsaw doing all this.
Yeah, I want to play a game. We should have Gaunt wake up on the track. For years, you've been capturing soul.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, it's not like a Mad TV or Robot Chicken or something. You're faithful and obedient. So he leaves the note. I guess the note stirs him up. That gets him going. The price includes a little service, a service which is, in your case, more good deed than prank. What's he talking about?
Yeah, I just realized I don't know what he wanted Alan to. Oh no, he wanted him to kill Ace, but Ace isn't where he said he was. Maybe he just wanted to get him out of town.
He wanted him to go after Ace? I mean, I don't.
Because he said he lives in Mechanic Falls, so he was going to go to Mechanic Falls and kill Ace.
Yeah, so Gaunt had no idea Ace was in town.
No, I'm saying I
He's
think he
sending
just
Alan out
wanted
of
to
town.
send. Yeah,
Sorry.
you're good.
Again, Alan leaves town very easily.
Well,
It's
this
not,
time,
it's,
as I get it.
it's not
To
that
be
hard to
honest,
do.
I felt like it wasn't that hard to shake him out of his trance. I was surprised by that.
Right? I was like, hey, remember this? And he was like, oh, Polly, right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really buying the whole suddenly in a trance for like 10 minutes at the end thing. I'm like, okay. It would
He's
have
a
been cool if he just.
demon. There's no time limit.
It seems kind of convenient, just saying. Why didn't he do that a long time ago for that matter? Why did he hide from him the entire weekend he was there, or however long it was?
I really thought
Maybe.
Alan wasn't going to watch the tape even. And then he's like, no, I have to.
I was kind of hoping. Like, I don't like him as much since he watched the tape.
I mean, but again, I can't. I'm not in that headspace, so I can't blame him.
How long has it been? Forget.
And that long, like a year or two.
No,
Yeah,
I
not
was
that
just say a
long.
couple years. That's
So I shouldn't say get over it already.
Is there ever a time we're supposed to get over it?
Well, I don't know. 50 years. I'll let you know if I ever get there.
Let's ask Vic.
Who? Oh, Vic.
Trenton, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 50, right? It's weird that all these people from the old books are now becoming old people in new books.
That's how time works.
Well, his characters don't have to work that way.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that he is writing them.
Write what you know, I guess, right? Now everybody's old in Stephen King books. Even the villains are like old people. And everybody's like a old soul sucker person now.
I haven't read much recently other than
Well, I was thinking of Rose the Hat and Dr. Sleep and the last Holly book. I forget what it was called. I think it was called Holly. They were like old soul sucker professors at the university.
maybe he made a deal and he's worried about his time coming up.
And he's got to give Tabby. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, I meant with a demon.
Right. He's got to kill his wife first before he worries about him.
Yeah.
And I think at least we know how he thinks she's gonna die.
Right. But you can't give someone a brain. Wait, you saying brain tumor?
Well, yeah, it was some. Was it a tumor, an aneurysm? Wait, what
Yeah, that
was
was
fucking bag of bones? What was that?
it was an aneurysm, but that was given by Sarah or the house or whatever.
Yeah, that ghost demon thing had a sense of reach. I think I'd be able to do more if I could reach all the way to Derry. Yeah, so I guess Ace has.
Sorry, what?
How did Ace die?
Ace was shot by Norris, right? When
Right.
he threw Polly or something to the ground. She bit him, so he
Oh, he
tossed
was
her
waiting for one
off.
of them to move because he didn't have an
Yeah.
angle, and Ace got distracted by Gaunt and Alan. And why is Alan letting him like? He's like, get in your car, get the fuck out of here. Like, why are you letting him do that?
Well, he says briefly, like, him and this power of his know that they may not be able to kill him, but they can make him leave.
Well, did anybody try? And they
I
know this based on what? The
I think
fucking
he's
Ohio
trying right
Department of
now,
Records.
and he's like barely winning this battle. So how does she?
He's like, I'm not leaving without my case. Fine, then you're not leaving. Matter of fact, get your ass in the briefcase. See how you like it. Amber, I'm hoping you recognize. Wait, where is it? Henry Payton, who lost a tooth, froze in the act of pulling Tony Misliberski off Baptist Deacon Fred Mellon.
Yes, I did. I wrote that down. I was like, another melon.
I don't remember that Mellon. That was a new one.
I know.
Well, not actually a new one, but it's a new reference.
Does that
We're
mean
not
that
just
he
dead.
definitely knew a melon in real life?
Of course it does. I don't know if that helps us, but
Right. It's the closest we'll get.
we do more than just get thrown in the river, and set off a whole chain of events.
Right. We're a deacon now.
Old places, baby. Well, I don't know. Wasn't sure if is he alive or not. I'm not sure. He was
I don't
pulling him off. I'm assuming that, unless he was
Yeah.
pulling him off a dead guy. It's kind of weird, right?
I liked the two of them, the father and Reverend, like helping each other at the end.
What was that about? Like, is that because they weren't under the spell? Because they were already like at each other without Gaunt, and now they're like, we should have just been friends the whole time. I'm not buying it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Who's their enemy? Gaunt. It was that way the whole time. What was the problem?
They had to be reminded.
Yeah. Oh, actually, now there's a Danforth here at the end, of course, since I just said that. Norris sees him standing next to the van or something and backs up against the wall, stealth like, and it says it was Danforth. Who would like? What a horrible name. Was that like more? I don't know. It's just, well, sorry, maybe I shouldn't say that. Is there actual Danforth out there?
You would think he would
Probably.
want to go by Buster.
Yeah, I mean, I guess easy for me to say because that's not my name. So sometimes you're like, damn, like, I was almost Alex, so I'm glad I wasn't. I'm not sure how that would have worked.
There are definitely people named Alex.
Right. Well, it goes naturally with the greats. My brother is very excited that I'm not named Alex because he already knows what I would have been calling myself his whole life. He's like, you're already like call yourself super awesome. That's the last thing you need. Well, no. I am super awesome. So
Sounds like he's jealous that you're confident.
he is. It just comes from people who are not themselves super awesome. They're only awesome by default because they interact with me, so they have to be at least a little awesome. Anyway, he hates when I say that shit. So. Like, haha, I'm confident,
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're barking up a tree with him.
And yeah. Well, Mars people get shot a lot and live too. I thought that was it for Mars, but
I was surprised by Norris surviving.
yeah, I thought he was a goner. I would like I like the idea of him like saving himself for his redemption arc there at the end, but I thought it was going to include some self-sacrifice.
I mean, it would have. Sorry, if Gaunt hadn't been sent away.
Like a bullet had poison in it, right?
Yeah, he said he could even feel it working its way through.
Right.
You have like graze.
Yeah, I need some of those bullets. Yeah, so Gaunt got out of town. Now everybody all has these guns and these bullets with this poison that nobody's ever seen any of that before.
Well, my assumption is that when he left, all of the magic was gone from the gun. Yeah, I don't know.
So now the semi-automatic Uzi with the poison pellets looks like a 1927 musket.
I guess.
Seems very specific.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, it's like a do on the spot. I don't think they had muskets, or I don't think that's the right year for muskets. It's more like 1770.
I was thinking that. I was like, that's pretty late for a musket.
Well, some people didn't know how to let go. What can I do? Like, I want to pack my bullet every time. Yeah, Polly just yelled at him a couple of times, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll stop." Yeah, He almost ran her over.
Well, yeah.
I would have thought that she was like, see, yeah, you know, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, fuck you, Polly, because I'm glad you figured out that what you did was makes you a horrible person, but you were a horrible person for what you did. Because
Wait for.
she never gave Alan a chance and just was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but that wasn't like all her. That was Gaunt in her head.
I
But,
guess. Are we giving this guy too much credit, or these just shitty people? I mean,
mm,
they do live in Maine, after all.
I think he has a lot of power over them and their thoughts, and then there are some who just doesn't take much to persuade.
Right? Ace wasn't even under any spell, except
uh,
for the one that made him see the treasure map from Treasure Island, which was kind of a weird
I
way to
definitely
go
think
about that.
he was because every time he thought about leaving, Gaunt would be in his head.
There was a spider inside of mine. Yeah, I don't know if I don't like spiders because of him, but I think it's definitely an influence because they're always big and hairy and up on like 4 of the 8 legs, spitting acid.
Yeah, I'm like, she's a new villain already.
Right? I mean, get a centipede, try that out, or maybe a fucking bed bug. They're kind of terrifying looking.
Why does it have to be a bug?
Oh, I mean, if that's you're gonna go the entomologist route, did I say that right? Entomology route. I have no idea if I butchered the use of that word or not.
If
If you're
that's
gonna
what.
go to, if you're gonna stay in the bug spectrum, then you know, there's many other multi-legged creatures to pick from that are just as terrifying. Oh, sometimes I'd rather see a spider than some of those things. Go to Australia or Skull Island for Christ's sake.
Most of the time in my real life, I'd rather see a spider than another kind of bug.
Well, generally, yeah, because the spiders are taking care of the other ones.
Right. And they
If
get
you see,
afraid unless as soon as assuming they're not giant and poisonous, they're afraid of you, so they always run away.
I'm not sure I always like that because then I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, like yeah. I don't know. I just don't care. I'm like, crawl over me in my sleep if you want to. I don't know about it.
I call my mouse. I eat like 5 pounds of bugs or whatever the fuck the urban legend is.
I was gonna say it's not true.
Yeah, it's not. If it was, it was mouthwash. Did you notice 19 men and women were killed in the blast?
That was the 19 I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he's definitely in on 19, or at least he's at least thinking about it by now. 19's not showing up yet, but it's kind of funny when you go back to the other stories and see where it shows up before he even knew he was going to do it.
Right? Like, was that a coincidence?
Like 19 just started showing up everywhere. Like, no, you started writing it places. There's a difference. It was black with age and spongy with rot. And he had like a sponge, or she had a spongy piece of wood.
Who
There's
is?
2 names. Sally, what was her name? Lester's girlfriend.
Fields? No.
That's
That's an
Gidget,
actress.
or
Uh-uh.
that's both Gidget and Aunt May. They reached the hem of Sally's dress and began marching down one dangling leg toward the floor. It's almost Tom and Jerry like with the ants marching down the thing at the picnic. So visible. Like I'm following the wood lice down her leg onto the floor now. See, Thomas was have a heart attack the whole time for some reason that I didn't really figure out.
Is he a cop? He is, right?
Yeah, but apparently he's an old one that never really had to actually do anything before.
I can't shoot or aim.
Or see all those things. Yeah, isn't there a test that's a certain kind of vision, I would imagine, to carry a gun? There's no blind guys walking around with gun permits, I don't think. It would make life more interesting.
You aim with your heart, not your eye.
Well, that's a good point. You know, otherwise you've forgotten the face of your father. Huh? He shoots with his eyes. Joseph.
I don't remember.
Close enough. Oh, got it wrong. So her name was okay. I kind of so she filled out all her. Well, my tongue didn't work there for a second. She filled out all her forms in San Francisco with the name Polly or whatever. Never wrote down Patricia. So there's no way that mail coming from San Francisco would be the name Patricia. And I'm going bullshit because they don't give a fuck what you call yourself. Whatever your social security number says your name is what they're going to put on that goddamn envelope.
Yeah.
So her whole theory of why his thing was obviously fake was not buying the same. But that's me being like, I guess, a nerd,
Right.
like comic book guy, and going in episode 47. You said this when it was actually this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the government was different back then.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine, I don't remember what the department was, but I would imagine it's a government, and like, yeah, they're gonna go by your government name.
Why did his toy snake become a real one?
Because well, because of the wife.
Okay. So we're fighting magic with magic now.
Isn't that what they always say?
So do they? I don't know. You better ask Buster. They always say that.
Right?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure I know what he would say. He would tell you, yes, they do definitely say that. They're right there, listening. go get your tinfoil hat.
I like when Ace was like, I didn't have to ask who they was because he won't shut up about it.
Yeah, I know that was kind of funny. I can imagine him like I don't know, like sitting there talking about the book or the character to like his family, and he kept saying they, and they're like, "Oh my God, shut up about it already." Like, I feel like some of that shit is real. Yeah,
Right.
does he even know who they are? I don't think he does. Everybody is they, right? Except for Ace and Gaunt, I think.
Anybody who you're suspicious of, which I think does become everybody, except for I don't know, honestly.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
all they.
he has to
I like,
trust Ace because Gaunt told him to. Sorry.
yeah, Gaunt's clearly not they. I like to do that at work. People are like, well, they said that we have to do it this way. They did say that, did they?
Oh, I am famous for that. Whenever people throw out well, they said, and I'm like, and who is they?
Yeah, I need names. I don't work on they. And can I get that in writing? And then come back later. Yeah, I don't do they at work. I start saying, who am I? Buster Keaton? No, I can't say that because that's a real guy from the 20s. It's like a vaudeville dance guy or something. Almost uncomfortable with his, he's like a character, I think that's like a character whenever Stephen King had like a person in the 20s character, they act all like, uh, extremely over the top stereotypical, I guess is the way to
Of,
say that.
of what? A person who was alive in the 20s?
Yeah, yeah, well, like a person on like in a movie in the 20s from the
Mm.
20s. I guess not like like an actor.
Mm.
They're like mannerisms are all kind of over the. I think that's what Buster Keaton was, like a 20s actor.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I can't go. I don't. I think that might be an insult, so I'm not gonna go call people that.
Wait, call people. Oh, okay.
I said I was gonna start calling people Buster Keaton,
But you
but
think
then I was
that
like,
would be an insult?
I think it might be if you're old enough to realize even what I'm talking about.
Who, they probably can't hear you if they are.
Why? What?
It just feels like nobody would ever know that reference.
Yeah, probably not. I didn't know it, or I forgot it, or I kind of knew. I don't know. Maybe I didn't know that. I knew the name definitely, but I didn't know why I knew the name. I'm gonna guess a what is it called? Talisman, tracker, talisman, something like that.
The car?
Yeah.
$100,000.
I think that's fake. I think that name is not a coincidence, though.
Sounds like a superhero.
Oh, they're all superheroes, man. Disney took over. The sparrows are flying again. You cheated, you lied, and you chosen. Better than that. He left a boot track and an oatmeal-colored lump of Ace's brains as he came. Love that. I love just seeing the boot going in the thing. So Gaunt turns into an actual demon before he leaves.
Yeah.
Long, deeply scored cheeks and drooping eyes ablaze with fire. Who does he report to? Who do demons report to in general? Is there like a head demon? Is it like the devil? Is that how that goes?
It depends, because there definitely is in Charmed.
I watched 12 seconds of Supernatural today, so it'll be on my Netflix list.
You only got through 12 seconds?
Well, I just put it on there, so it'll be on my recently watched.
Oh, okay.
And I have to finish
I
Until
mean,
Dawn.
here's the thing. I think you're gonna like some of the material, but you're definitely not the targeted audience.
I know I'm not, but you know, and I'm pretty sure there's a high cheese factor, but that's okay. I know what to expect.
Yeah.
So fun though.
But yeah, I mean, I love it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch Charmed. I'll just put it that way.
I gotta tell you, it's not that far off from Charmed.
Do I have to watch Charmed?
No, I'm just saying the cheese, like they're the same cheese factor to me.
I don't like Brenda.
Brenda.
What the hell's her name?
Shannon Doherty?
Yes.
Well, good thing she dies after season 3.
Good thing. God, I think that was because she was really dying, but then she didn't die.
No, it was a pay thing.
Yeah, that never works out for the people who hold out. It seems like when you like have that contract dispute, then you're never heard from again. They left to pursue a movie career. Like they did one movie. If somebody on Watch Mojo the other day was, oh, they were famous in the '80s and they left this TV show to pursue a movie career. I think it was somebody from Full House, and they were like, oh, how'd that work out? Yeah, so the white goes there, so Gaunt, he turns into a demon and he leaves. So Ace is gone. I don't think there's any other Castle Rock people that I feel like I know a lot of Castle Rock people because we haven't been in Castle Rock. I don't know if we've ever been in Castle Rock.
Unless you count Dark Score Lake.
I do not. I don't even know what that is. It's not Castle Rock. It's not Derry, but it's
We
somewhere
looked this
near
up
both.
and it's like near Castle Rock.
Because
Yeah.
they talk about, don't they talk about Alan?
Do they? I don't remember now that we've read this book.
In
I talked about someone.
The two
Bag of Bones?
that comes at the end, he's like, "How Sheriff Pangborn,
Oh wow, good memory. I don't remember that.
What book was that?
Bag of Bones."
Yeah. That was right after this.
Very end.
And what did What was the publisher of this?
This was published in 92.
That was like 98, 96,
Sometime, yeah, like
that.
96, I think.
That was after this. I don't know what that means on the timeline.
But then again, maybe it's in an adjacent town because, well, he probably wouldn't move right next door. Didn't he say he wanted to leave that place anyway?
You know, I feel like it worked out. Uh, yeah, so I guess it's fairly obvious why this is the last Castle Rockville. Unless you're gonna, well, I don't know. You don't really ever find out. Is there a town? Do they rebuild? There's not. I don't think there's much left. I mean, Ace is gone. Can't, kind of can't have Castle Rock without Ace.
It's also funny that he always has to have a storm when bad things are happening. I'm like,
I
what?
was thinking that when I was reading it. I was like, this guy loves himself a good fucking storm.
Like
Like,
every
Jesus
time.
Christ. I know, I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna picture it this time, but I'm not happy about it. All right, we're in the storm. I mean, it makes things more dramatic. But
Does.
okay, like we got it, we got Bag of Bones, we got this, and else we
Cemetery.
just pet. Wait, really? Wait a minute.
Did I just make that up?
I think
I
you
feel
did.
like it was raining when he's like buried. I don't remember.
She was trying to get home, and like there was a whole kinds of shit stopping her from getting home, and weather may have been a factor.
Oh yeah, the power. I think the power was out.
But where he was, I don't think there was
I do
nothing wrong.
understand. To be honest, in this book, I'm okay with it because the lightning and the thunder was a really good effect, and like the power going out obviously was helpful to the story.
It always is. Bag of Bones too. It was very. I made it all creepy out there in the middle of the woods with the lake with no lightning flashing. The lake, you know, throwing the dock. Like I was picturing Maine the whole time.
Well, and also in that book because you hear water sloshing, and so it's like, is that the rain? Is that like people coming out of the
Right.
water?
And you wake up and there's ghosts sleeping in bed with you.
No, thank you.
Right. Yeah, never sleep again. So there's no way.
Everybody knows your bed is home. It's safe.
Yeah, get out. Get out. Sorry, we can't stay. So yeah, that's I would like. I have to see if there's actually another Castle Rock book. I guess he would have to put it because you never do go back, and I don't think there's much reference to it in other books. Unlike this book, where he references every book he wrote up to this point.
Well, and even
Like,
Barry gets rebuilt after the flood.
yeah, I mean it's called after the flood, right? I can't remember. Isn't that what that chapter's called? Like the epilogue where the whole town washes up.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always rain and a flood. I feel like Maine has the worst sewer system in the world. They got fucking interdimensional children eaters living in them.
Does it rain a lot in Maine?
You know, I hear it falls mainly on the plain. It
Oh, it's
might
awful
just
thing.
be Spain, but I have to verify it. I don't know. Seattle, the only thing I got.
Right, I know about that one. Or Washington, because it rains in Forks also.
I know in like Great Britain, it's overcast. It's not raining quite often. We were there 10 days. I think it was cloudy, at least 8 of them.
I mean, yeah, I guess it didn't rain. It rained occasionally, but it didn't rain every day when we were there. Maybe it's a winter. Oh no, then it's snowing. Yeah, I don't know. Why is it always raining?
I don't remember. Well, the first time we went to the cabin, so never been in a hailstorm before in my life. We showed up, got out of the car, and it started hailing. We're like, okay, welcome to Maine. It's very Stephen King like. An hour later, it hailed again in bigger chunks. So, okay, that's even weirder. So now I've been in 2 hailstorms, both of them 10 minutes apart, in the same place in Maine. But I don't remember much weather outside of that.
Right.
Honestly. Just normal. Maine I liked because it was like July, but it wasn't 100,000 degrees out.
Right. Not nearly as humid.
And no matter like what time of year, like even if it's 90 during the day, then you still have a blanket at night because it's like 60 no matter what time of year.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, unless it's winter and then it's like night in the 60s. I like to go up there in the winter, see what it's like. Just plan on being trapped somewhere for like a week because you're not getting out once you get home.
Right.
It's very cold.
It's funny that his winter getting stuck story was in Ohio. Getting stuck. Or was it
Wait.
Ohio? Yeah.
Which one?
The Shining.
Colorado.
Colorado, damn it. Well, I guess that makes sense too.
Yeah, it kind of does. Just go to say mountains and snow and stuff. Well, that's where the Overlook was. Stanley, whatever you want.
Yeah.
No longer there. It makes me sad. You can stay at or you could stay at the Stanley, but they were charging stupid touristy prices for that. I'm not saying I wouldn't have done it, but
I gotta say, I really like this book. I think I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
this is a fun one. I love the interplay and the assumptions and
It
he
has
didn't
like
actually do anything. He just got everybody else to do shit to each other.
Yeah, this is like very, like I don't know, like this book is very like Stephen King writes about a small town and things go bad.
Right,
That's
right up his
like
alley.
the whereas usually it's like there are bad people and then there's a monster. It's like in this case, I mean there are, but the people are working for the monster.
Usually it's bad people and a monster.
Right.
Like, like it. We got Henry and we got Pennywise.
But I mean that's also what's happening to here because Gaunt, but it feels
There's
different.
no
Like
overt like antagonist going though. Maybe Ace if you count. He's not really even being an antagonist though.
no, yeah. He would have had nothing
He's,
to do with it if Gaunt hadn't made him come back.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess he doesn't have to worry about his payment to the Corsican brothers. That was a whole rabbit hole that we never came back from. Yeah, I mean, I say it a lot. I like this book. It was fun. It's a kind of departure. It's like it cracks me up when I read it. Like it's a departure. It's a departure from reality, and I know that when I'm reading it. It's kind of what I was doing, like with Until Dawn. It's like it hits a lot of the classic, points. But that doesn't make it bad. Like it makes it kind of enjoyable sometimes if they do it right. I kind of like the way they were doing it.
Yeah, like I really like the way like it has maybe a slow start just because there's so many things and situations he has to introduce. It didn't feel that slow. At least I don't remember. But
Once Nettie and Wilma went at it, I think it just kind of took off after that.
well, right, and that's what I was gonna say. And then it just like really picked up, and it's like, oh my god, like you're like, what's gonna happen now? And what now? What like?
And then it went from that to wait, who? Never mind. Just keep reading.
Yep, yep.
Well, wait, who is it? No, I don't care. That was the person that did that to. Sometimes I was with it, but I feel like he threw in some extra people there just for like filler, and I had no idea what they were doing.
Right.
But yeah, it's fun. I wonder if there is any more Castle Rock. So where does Vic live? Right? Where did Vic Trenton live? Did he come from Castle Rock?
That's a good point.
No,
I don't remember.
I'm gonna say no because I feel like that would have stood out. He probably got divorced and moved somewhere else as far away from there as he could get.
Yeah, right.
Okay, what's next?
I was gonna say, we talked about what we're reading next.
Not really. There's some ideas out there. There was an idea about every new book when that comes out. I don't think I want to do a Holly book right now. Wish you would hurry up and write some Dark Tower books before it's too late. Give me more.
You had mentioned the Talisman at one point.
Yeah, that's another fun one. That's a journey book. 12-year-old journey has to go on a journey, the hero's journey. But that's also kind of fun. It's not really, it's more magical adventure than horror, but there are definitely
I
horror
mean,
aspects.
that's like the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even, somebody asked me, and I don't know why, if somebody asked me how to classify that, I wouldn't know what to say. And then I would say, you're a horrible person for trying to classify it.
Yeah, basically it's like what because I just read an interview with Mike Flanagan and he had like it was like they say like horror, stern sci-fi,
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, yes to all of that. How many sections does your bookstore have? Maybe not the reference section or religious. No, well, no, it could be religious. Maybe not the I don't know, true crime. But other than that,
Well,
anything in the fiction section is covered.
Wolves of the Cala is a little bit of true crime.
What?
They're trying to figure out what's happening in the town.
Well, it's not. Well, I guess it's a murder mystery, kind of.
A root mystery.
Gone root. Those people were just willing to, I guess, let them do that for 30 years before like someone showed up. They're like, hey, you could fight. Like that's an option. We never thought of it that way. It would be better if they just fucking didn't bring the kids back and kill them or something. They like send them back fucking gooped out. So we could do the Talisman. I don't have anybody got anything they want to do.
I know we talked about. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember what we've talked about.
Good story.
Oh, I also don't think I want to read it right now, so I'm purposely not naming it.
Say it. Okay. We won't read it.
Revival, but I'm kidding. I don't care.
I think we'll get there. I don't think we're there
Yeah.
yet. If you don't know, episode 4 of the Institute is this weekend tonight.
Oh.
It's actually you call me later. We can talk about that. It's on my DVR if you don't have that.
I do not have DVR. I don't have cable.
Right. That's what I mean.
Wait, never mind. I do have that. Yeah, okay. I see.
Anyway, The Long Walk is also coming out here soon. Which is just a part of the Bachman books. We could do those. It would be interesting. Life with Chuck, I think, came from If It Bleeds, right? I'm gonna do Desperation and what's it called too at some point.
Later.
Yeah, I was about to say Revival. those two, like you have to do. And Talisman is 2 books. It's Talisman and Black House.
Yes.
And of course, the sequel is 30 years later.
Naturally.
And he may or may not be an alcoholic and in AA, something like that. He's definitely got a type. We thought we should do The Shining here at some point, right?
That's a good one.
I just saw that. I was like, wait, we've never done The Shining. Wait, crap. Elevation. We could. I wouldn't be against another. Oh, Under the Dome. We have to do
Oh my god, yeah, I want to do that one too.
Green Mile, and that one breaks itself up by itself. You don't even have to break that one up.
Are we ready for another super long town story?
Which one? Green Mile?
Under the Dome.
I don't know that we will.
Yeah, I think I want to read that one, but not yet.
We'll get there. Revival's shorter, right? That's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, Revival's short. I mean, I like The Shining, honestly.
It's not too long.
I was thinking that because it isn't that
Right.
long. It was before he started doing coke, I think. We find that he was just drinking. Clearly, if you haven't read it before, then this is a autobiographical. Where's the
Oh man, yeah, these pages are like, the font is bigger and there's only 600 something, so it's probably like what, 400?
673 is what I'm looking at on Kindle. Yeah, let's do that. Do Shining, and then we'll do the Talisman.
The Talisman.
It's the same man, so I don't know if that fits. But yeah, I identified a lot with the Talisman. I'm excited. It's another one I've read like 3 times, but I haven't read in 30 years. Like this one, I've read this one a couple times, but I don't remember the details because it's been a long time.
Yeah, I haven't read this one since I was young.
Well, I meant Needful Things.
Oh.
This one, I haven't actually read it. God, I've seen too many movie versions lately. They're all wrong. I haven't read it in a while, but I still remember the end because it's so different and he made such a big deal about it.
Well, yeah, he won't stop talking about it.
Right, you know how I know he didn't like it? Jesus Christ. Shut up. You told him to make the movie and now it stands on its own, actually. It's almost like 2 different things. Because you don't always, when people most times say Kubrick's movie, not King's movie. Which probably grates him. And then he like tried to make his own, but then it was some bad 90s actors and it didn't really work out for him. And Jack is just so iconic in that role. That is hard to get past.
Parts 1, if you do up to part 3, it's like 149 pages. Is that too much?
How many? No, that's not too much. Short answer. How many parts are we looking at? So if we do 150 each, about 4 parts, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little more in some of them. Okay.
So stop at part 3.
Yeah, I don't have it in front. I'm looking at it, but I guess I have to buy it. I have that version. So I can't see the details yet.
Yeah.
Okay, stop at 3.
Yeah.
Shining, huh? Shining's a good back to the classics.
I'm excited to reread this because, like, I remember being very afraid when I read it the first time.
Good ghost story.
Creepy parts.
What'd you say?
Shining definitely has some creepy parts in it.
Oh yeah. So the question I always ask myself is, can you get drunk on ghost liquor?
I know. I always think about that too. If it's all in your
Uh,
mind, can you convince yourself you're drunk?
Is it all in his mind?
Well,
I guess the ghost can like make him think he's drunk. I don't know. Whatever. We got demons, doing what they want, so you could probably enhance the liquor that doesn't exist into something that gets them drunk. Well, for that matter, why do they have this? Listen, I'm getting ahead of myself.
well, then to answer your question, yes, you can get drunk on ghost liquor.
Yeah, why even have them drink? Just make them drunk without having to do the drinking part. I guess that's half the fun. This is I kind of forgot about this Sean. So he wrote this after Salem's Lot, or possibly at the same time, but it came out right after Salem's Lot.
Okay,
I think it's actually this, and then it's Carrie, Salem's Lot, then Night Shift, and then this. This is the 4th one. I would like to do
Interesting.
Night Shift too. There's some fun ones in Night Shift.
Wait, so this is his 4th book he ever published?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and now he's up to like 700, I think. In the 60s, so I don't know exactly where.
I mean, I guess there's no, I don't know what I would expect, but to me, it's like his best is well, I don't know, this thing. Well, that wasn't that much longer either. They're all his best.
He was at least thinking about it if he wasn't writing it when this came out. I'd say from Night Shift through some late the Dark Tower was 2005. How do you not include that?
Right. That's why I had the same problem. I guess it was all good to at least the Dark Tower.
Outside of Dark Tower, at least through the 90s. I mean, I was all in and all through the 90s.
Yeah.
Didn't start getting a little obligatory till Finders Keepers when that came when Mr. Mercedes came out. I was like, what is this shit? but before that, it was all good. As far as I was concerned, they were definitely getting shorter.
That man
Anyway,
has written enough pages for all of the authors of all eternity.
we were lucky enough to live during his lifetime.
All right.
Jesus Christ, you do the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe and it's one book. I look at that, I'm like, oh, so you thought that was writing, did you?
That's cute.
Yeah, oh, look at you. Just say, I think I can. All right. Actually, can you call me, Aaron?
Yeah.
All right, do that. Other than that, see you in 2 weeks with The Shining. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm saying.
We spent a lot of time in the drunk guy's head in the beginning too. It's a lot of autobiographical.
They were going from an entire town to a family and some ghosts.
Yes, very secluded. No small town Stephen King here.
Right.
Right. End of the podcast. Everybody say bye.
That
Bye.